Vanessa, what, Gigi Allen? Good deal, take it. What's the deal? Why do people in Mirimichi know who you are, Sassy? Because Dustin Stewart, when I was living in, Dustin Stewart, when I was living in Spring Hill, I was talking to him online, and I was at Pat Brown's house that night, and we were talking all night, and he asked to take me on a date to Pizza Delight. So I jumped the gun. I said, sure, right? I thought he was cute. So he come down, drove all the way down to Spring Hill from Mirimichi, and me and my brother, Pat Brown, we were walking up Elm Street in Spring Hill, and this car drove by. And then he messaged me and said, who's that walking with you? And I said, it's my brother Pat. It's okay, he's cool. And he said, well, I'm not picking you up. Tell him to walk away, keep walking. So I did. I should have known right then and there that something was up, right? So I told Pat, go back home, walk down the road, or this guy ain't gonna pick me up and take me out on a date to Pizza Delight. So Pat started walking, and then he came back around and picked me up. He told me he lived a couple minutes outside of Moncton, New Brunswick. So we were driving. We got a little past Moncton. And he kept driving and driving. I thought, holy fuck, this ain't a couple of minutes outside of Moncton. So we got all the way to somewhere where I've never been before, Mirimichi. And then he wouldn't even stop to get me a fucking coffee from Tim Hortons. We went to his house, and he had what he said was cocaine that he was sniffing. That was not cocaine. That was not cocaine, Dustin Stewart. Anyways, he zoomed in my boom boom. And then I acted like I needed to go to a drugstore to get a douche. And I wanted to freshen up for him. Well, I never thought I should have, taken my stuff with me when he took me to the drugstore. So when he got me to the drugstore, he handed me a bank card. He gave me the PIN number to the bank card. He told me to get what I wanted on the card, and I thought, well, maybe he really is a nice guy. He wants to buy me what I want, but I didn't buy everything I wanted on that bank card. I only bought, I think I only bought a bottle of shampoo on the bank card that he gave me. So I went in and I bought tampons with my own money and a couple other things with my own money, and then I bought a bottle of shampoo on the bank card because I only had like $20 on me. So I come out of the store and I looked and I couldn't find him. I'm looking all around going, where the fuck is he? And I thought, holy fuck, man, this guy fucking left me here and I don't know where I am. So I sat down on the cement slab there by the door, and I'm sitting there and I'm so confused. I'm like, where am I? I'm lost. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm far, far from home. What am I gonna do? And the next thing you know I'm smoking a cigarette too, and this guy comes out of the store. He says, excuse me, you wouldn't have a light, would you? So I gave him my lighter, and he went, how are you today? And I went, I'm lost. I said, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm lost. I don't know where I am. And he said, well, who brought you here? So I told him, Dustin Stewart brought me here. He went, oh yeah, he brought you here to work the streets for the bikers. I went, really? So I started going through my phone. I started showing him videos of me singing. I started showing him videos of me and my children, pictures of me and my kids, telling him I'm not a prostitute. I don't work the streets and do that shit. Like, I'm scared. And then he went, well, Stay with me, I'll protect you. So for 2 weeks, he hid me in bushes. I bathed in a river. He made me think that these bikers were after me, and he was hiding me and protecting me. But really, he was related to Dustin Stewart, because his last name was Nick Stewart. It was all a fucking setup from them. And then he took me to where the Headless Nun was, that I didn't know anything about until I made it back to Moncton. And Lisa told me, "You fucking idiot, that wasn't the Ku Klux Klan, that was the Headless Nun." So yeah, but yeah, Dustin Stewart, he stole my social insurance number, my card. Yeah, that's what they did. But I made it back. I made it back to Moncton, thanks to this nice family. Her name is Ethel. And I really like her and her son and her husband. After 2.5 weeks of being over there, this guy, I can't remember his name, but he was really nice too. He had this native girlfriend from Burnt Church named Victoria. This man, him and his girlfriend apparently was broken up, so he took me out and took me to the casino, and he put a bunch of money in the machines for me to play at the casino with him. And then he brought me back to their old apartment, and he told me that instead of me sleeping in the bushes and stuff, that I could sleep there in the apartment, but I'm gonna have to be out at a certain time in the morning, so make sure I'm awake. So he let me sleep in their old apartment on the floor. And I woke up to this great big bald-headed man saying, "Hey, what are you doing in here? You're not supposed to be in here." And I'm like, "Well, I was told I could sleep here, I'm sorry." And then next thing you know, this Victoria girl from Burnt Church, she's actually related to me. Yeah, I'm related to the Lamberts. She come in and she's like, I had her clothes on because Dustin Stewart stole everything that I brought with me. My purse, my Antonio Banderas hair straightener, a $300 straightener. Stole everything that was in my purse, my extra change of clothes I had with me. I had no clothes, but she gave me some clothes. And so when she came in the morning, she's like, "You take those clothes off." They were going to make me walk the streets naked. So I thought, fuck this. I'm tired of this shit. I dialed 911. This is how I know the police were involved in human trafficking me. I dialed 911. And I said, "This girl's going to make me walk the streets naked. She's telling me to take the clothes off that she gave me." And so a police officer came. And I told him my situation, how Dustin brought me there, and how they were going to try to make me work the streets and whatnot. And that police officer told me there's nothing he can do. I said, "I'm not from here. I don't know my way around here." He told me he couldn't help me. He said, "The farthest I can drive you is city limits." So then he drove me to the Tim Hortons. He told me to do something illegal, and that was hitchhike on the highway. That's illegal. You're not allowed to hitchhike on the highway. So yeah, he told me to do something illegal, which I thought, what the fuck kind of cops are these? So I sat down at Tim Hortons, and I was crying my eyes out, and I was scared. And I got a hold of my cousin Heidi Dwyer in Ontario on Facebook. I told her my situation, and I told her, "Heidi, can you call my mother and father and tell them that I'm sorry for all the pain I caused them, any trouble I gave them, and tell my children that I love them very, very much, but I don't think I'm going to make it home." So she got a hold of my parents, And then this nice family, this nice man and his wife and her son, I'm bawling my eyes out. They came and asked me what was wrong, and I told them everything that was going on, and they offered to buy me something to eat. They bought me something to eat. And then they offered to drive me to the back to see the police. The police wouldn't do nothing. And then they drove me to a woman's shelter. The woman's shelter was full. So they gave me clean pairs of panties and socks and stuff to change into. And they couldn't take me, so I was fucked. Nobody would help me except for this nice woman named Ethel and her husband and her son. And then they gave me a little bit of money, and they told me to go to a big stop and ask a trucker if they could help you. So that's what I did. I went to a big stop, I bought some pop, and I walked up to this trucker, and I explained my situation. And he said he'll drive me to Moncton. So I made it back to Moncton. And he paid for my taxi to go to Lisa's house. And the next day, Chad came up and got me from Moncton, and I made it back home. Thank God. I made it back. But yeah, that was my situation in Mirimichi. Thanks a lot, Dustin Stewart. That was some piece of the late date. Ow! Fuck! Fuck! Well, water went on my fucking toes. I'm always barefoot.
And it would be like, and then after like almost like a minute, it just
Good. But yeah, that's why they know me in Mirimichi. Because yeah, I was over there. And I did have to do something for them. They were trying to get me on crystal meth back then in Mirimichi. But I knew that if I took their drugs, I'm going to have to do something for them. I'm going to end up owing them. So I didn't touch it. That night, though, that I went to the casino, that guy did smoke some with me at that apartment. That's when I did do some. And then I fucked the shit out of him. I can't even remember his name, but yeah, I fucked the shit out of him. He was quite nice. Very nice man. But yeah, I did do something for them. I took care of this old girl. I took care of this old woman for them. And I mean, like, she could barely walk, so I'd walk. For about a week, I took care of her. I'd walk with her, holding her up in my arm so she wouldn't fall downtown to the stores to shop and everything. That's what I did for them. I took care of this old girl. I've never bathed an old woman in my life, but I bathed her. I helped her. I took care of her. And then she went all nutty on me. She went all nutty on me and kicked me out. I was thinking good because I was getting fucking tired to take care of the old bitch. But yeah, I never got paid for none of that. Just like I didn't get paid for taking care of Charlene Smith/White's kids for 3 months until I got head lice for the first time in my life. That was fucked, man. I got it twice actually because she went out and bought, instead of buying her 8 children, her 8 girls, lice treatments, she went out and bought a $300 sex toy and bought her husband a music amplifier and all the other little kids dollar store toys. Dirty bitch, unfit mother. Buying your kids fucking, not letting your kids go months with fucking head lice. Now I know why she cuts all their hair right short like boys. And then picks through. I seen her combing the kids' heads because like I never knew what this little tiny thin comb was. I just thought she was doing their hair. But yeah, when I got head lice, I fucking cut all my hair off because I seen something right here in my hair, in my sideburn. I seen something right there and I grabbed it and because I had a cat at that time and I thought it was a flea at first because I had a cat and I thought there was a flea right there. So I grabbed it, I pulled it out and it had a little string of hair connected to it. And that thing had fucking arms, man. It's wrapping around my hair string. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Then all of a sudden, my whole head started itching. Like, and I could feel things running through my head. I took a pair of scissors and I chopped all my hair off. And then I called that dirty bitch up, Charlene Smith/White. I called her out and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but I'm gonna fucking commit suicide, man. Like there's these things running through my fucking head. She come over with that comb that I seen her combing her kid's head with. She started picking through my head. She went, yeah, you got head lice. I went, oh my God, I've never had it in my life before. So I called the pharmacist up. I said, I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna commit fucking suicide. I got all these bugs in my head. He said, Vanessa, calm down. Come down to the pharmacy. We will help you and give you what you need. So I went down. He gave me lice treatment. So I did my treatment. And I didn't go back over to her house. For a couple weeks, she called me up. She said it was Araceli's and Trinity's birthday. That she wanted to go to Moncton and take Araceli and Trinity to Moncton for their birthday. Would I babysit again? I said, did you treat all your kids with lice treatments? She told me she did. So I said, okay, I'll come over and babysit again. So I went over. Her husband, Trinity, her oldest son, who don't even live with her, they all went to Moncton. Araceli stayed home with me and the other girls. So I'm holding the little baby, and I seen a bug crawl through the little baby's thin hair. I went, what the fuck? And then the other kids, they were scratching, and I went, that lying bitch. Then she comes home. After a few hours, she comes home. And she's showing me this $300 sex toy. I think it was called a Java. One of them toys where when you're a webcam model, every time the tipper tips, they control your toy. Well, it was one of those toys. And then she bought her husband, Cranston, very expensive music amplifier, and then she bought Trinity a bunch of name brand stuff, and she bought her son, who don't even live with her, a bunch of nice stuff, and then she bought all the other little kids' dollar store toys. No lice treatment. I thought, you dirty fucking bitch. I went home. Next day, my head started itching. I got it again. And I thought, fuck that dirty fucking unfit mother bitch. I'm calling CPS on her. She's unfit. So I called them. They went down. She wouldn't let them in the house. Yeah, Charlene, it was me. I called CPS on you because this bitch is like you. who should not have kids. You're only popping them fucking kids out, them babies out like bread for the pecker check. You're unfit. Stop. What do you mean stop? Frightening when you see how many were living in there. It's brutal. Now I'm itching. I don't have head lice now. I don't have head lice. I had it twice in my 30s. 33, I think I was. 33 or 32. Yeah, I had it for the first time in my life because of her. Because of her being unfit and not buying her kids treatments. Buying sex toys and her husband and her other kids and the other boy that don't even live with her. What money that she gets for those 8 kids, taking that money and spending it on her and her husband and a kid, her son that don't even live with her, and her oldest daughter, and the other little kids have to suffer with head lice because of dirty bitches, dirty unfit mothers like Charlene Smith / White. This is what you get, Charlene Smith / White, for distributing my images and putting my photos on a Babylon site. This is what you get. I hit them all in nothing but the truth. They can't handle the truth.